So remember on that one post that I did about volleys, you said you love to volley? Let's work on your volley today, okay? Let's start off just going back and forth. You got a continental grip?
Yeah.
We go back and forth to each other. Okay, ready position. You got to go like this. Look,
So
this.
when it's here,
Yeah,
is it two-handed?
two-hand is fine.
Two-handed is okay.
Yeah,
right?
two-handed is
Because
fine.
I'm weak in my wrist.
That's why we already, remember that first time we played together? Or it was the second time, I think. The one hand is okay if you're completely stretched out, but if it's close, you do two hands. It's completely fine, especially if you're weak here,
Yeah.
which most people are a little bit weak in the beginning. It'll strengthen as you go along. You can transition to a,
Two-handed here or not?
no, one hand here. Because look, the wrist bends backwards and you have stability here. The wrist is bending here, so you have naturally a more stable contact point. There we go. Okay, it's not bad, but how about this? See, when you wait on this side, well, no, but you're hitting a forehand volley and you're leaving the racket here. So then if a backhand comes, the path is too long to go from here to here.
So I have to come back.
You have to come back to the middle. All right, go right in the middle of the court. Good. Here we go. Okay. Not bad. Somebody in the comment section said your sunglasses are too dark.
Right.
Anna, are they too dark?
I just don't know that they're for fishing. Two hands.
Oh, they're for fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see good out of them, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Better with them than without.
Yeah. Good. Come again. Okay, so you see one thing you're doing now is you're kind of like getting a little bit afraid of the ball and you're starting to back up. You're starting to back up. Hold your ground. Don't allow your body to back up. It's not like on the baseline where you have time to back up and give yourself more room to hit. Here you can't back up. There's not enough time. So you got to hold your ground. You got to be like very stable, like a tree, okay? Very still and stable like this when you're volleying. Now, of course, you got to move to the ball and set it up, but when you're executing the volley, you want to be as still as possible. Good. Be still. Go down a little more. Down. Anna, down a little more. Look how I am. See how my upper body is down slightly? You see this? And rack it up. Rack it up. Body down. There we go. Come again. Move that ball. In between the volleys, you got to recover, okay? So you hit a forehand volley, you go right back here quickly. Good. Good. There it is. Good. Okay, come again. Nice. All right. Racket up. Your racket is dropping a little bit. Racket head up. There you go. Down. Okay, what happens is if you don't adjust your body to a ball that's lower, naturally the racket will go down like this. You see the racket?
I don't adjust my body.
Yeah. So if you just stay, look at me now, stay in the middle there. If I get a low ball and I don't bend, how can I get this low ball? I got to bring my racket down. That's no good because then you'll hit the ball up. So when the ball's lower, you got to bend.
Yeah.
So you want to maintain this angle of the racket face. You want the racket head to be slightly above the handle, like this. Same on the backhand, okay? So what that means is that when the ball's lower, you got to bring your body down in order to maintain this angle of the racket face.
Here.
Exactly. Doesn't necessarily have to be a lunge. What if the ball comes like right at you?
Can I do it?
Then just go like this. You know, whatever you need to do in order to get down to a low ball. Go again, backhand. And another one. Come. Here we go. Don't turn too much. The tendency sometimes is to go like this and turn. Stay a little bit more open. Good. Good. There it is. Don't be scared of the ball. Come on. Good. Good. Now I'm going to go back to the baseline, and now the ball's going to have a lot more pace. So don't be scared. A lot of people get scared when the ball comes at them fast at the net. Here, move these two,
But I
please.
stay here.
You stay at the net and you volley back to me. I'm going to be at the baseline. You stay right here. Good. Come back to me. Good. Keep the racket head still. All you're doing is just freezing the racket at contact. You're freezing. Good. Good. Go again. Backhand. Good. Nice. One hand on the forehand. One hand. Good. Very nice. Very nice volley. Very good. Okay, now I'm going to give you a little more heat, okay? I'm going to rip the ball at you. Don't be scared. Nothing's going to happen. I promise. No helmet required. But don't be scared. I want you to lose the fear of the ball. See that? No need to be scared. Okay? It's not always going to be forehand. You got to be ready. Good. 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 Wow, Anna. Very good. Oh, I want to teach you a new shot today. This one's called swing volley.
Swing volley?
Swing volley.
Volley.
It's with an O.
V?
Volley.
Volley.
Yeah, I'm saying it wrong too. But it's like basically a forehand hit in the air. So you hit a forehand in the air, and this is a shot. Like, have you ever played someone that gives you like high balls? And it's kind of annoying because they bounce high and you have to back up.
I usually do this.
With two hands? What is this? I didn't teach you this. Two-handed
Wow.
overhead?
This is like what I started doing.
Don't do that.
Intuitive tennis, I'm sorry.
Okay, well listen, the intuitive tennis, intuitively, when you start playing tennis, you're not going to do it right. You know, you're going to use the wrong grip on the serve, you're going to use the wrong grip.
I'm on the right channel.
No, the channel is, the methodology is based on learning the right fundamentals, and then once you learn the right fundamentals with repetition, certain things on the strokes will happen intuitively. But when you first step on a court, you're not going to be intuitive. You're going to be doing everything wrong, serving with like a pancake and doing all kinds of stuff. So don't do this. I'm gonna
clinics couple times.
I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna check that shot today. Okay, we're gonna go over that. But swing volley basically is like when somebody gives you a high ball, instead of letting it bounce, you can take it in the air like a forehand. So try it out. Stand right here behind the service line. Usually this ball is struck anywhere between like the service line and about the middle between the service line and the baseline. In this area, you can do swing volleys. Okay? Yeah.
It's like recognizable piece of a shot, so I would learn how to read it if that's applicable. Like, is there any hints?
Yes, of course. That's a really good question. So that's what I call ball recognition. So that's where a lot of people get it wrong. They don't have right ball recognition. But in this case, because it's so obvious, the recognition of this ball is quite easy because you're going to see it's being high, very high. So you're going to be in the baseline. Like or maybe you're going to be inside the court a little bit. So it's not something that's going to be able to, you're going to be able to do close to the net. That then you might hit an overhead or run back and run down a lob. But if you're in this area and the ball's coming high and you know it's going in, you can feel that it's going in, instead of letting it bounce and backing up, you take it in the air. But you recognize it quite easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I usually lands and I'm standing.
But here's where people get it wrong all the time. They can recognize the ball, and a lot of times their instinct would tell them, "Oh, don't take this in the air. Let it bounce and be safe."
Right.
Because it does require a little bit of courage to do this shot. So when you see this ball, you do have to decide early to do a swing volley. That makes sense?
Forehand grip.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Go again. Okay, so you do everything the same as the forehand. Watch. You're gonna go like this, and then go like this.
Okay.
It's basically a forehand.
Just waiting for it to
Yeah,
land.
let me back up. I want to show you something. Here.
Well, let me see.
Here. Do a normal forehand. Do a forehand. Do your normal forehand. Do it again. Now do that same forehand in the air. Do it in the air. There you go. Do it again. It's okay. Good. Again. Good. Again. Nice. Nice. There we go. No, that's not a swing volley. That's like a hybrid between an overhead and a swing volley. This is something I don't want you to do. Okay? I don't want you to do this. I want you to take a regular forehand swing. Now the contact is going to be higher. It's going to be like, I would say, between the shoulder and your rib cage here. Now sometimes it'll get a little bit above the shoulder. It's still okay. If it gets at your head level, it's going to be too high up here. It's going to be very uncomfortable. So you're going to take it around here optimally.
Okay.
right around the shoulder, and then you just go like that.
Well, it's been out. I've seen a couple
Couple
times.
out. It's a risky shot, you know. It's not necessarily a high percentage shot. It's probably safer to just volley that ball, but sometimes I think it's okay to take some risk, you know, and be more aggressive. Go again. That was a good one, actually. Come on, bring that racket up a little bit. Bring it up. Anna, bring the racket up a little higher when you take it back, okay? Good. Love it. Good. Whoa! Love that one. Nice. Okay.
It doesn't go over the shoulder.
It does.
It does?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
It's just like a forehand. Everything's the same. Except that you're going to be making contact higher, which you do on the forehand as well sometimes, and you're taking it in the air. But the tricky part is, in a real situation, when you play points, you're unlikely going to be stationary in this area. And when you recognize this high ball and you have the courage to do a swing volley, you'll probably have to do it in transition. So you have to move up from the baseline, set your body, get into a set position, and then hit it. So let's do that now, okay? I'm going to have you go from the baseline up to this area and then do a swing volley. Okay, so here's the key. Now, so one thing that is super important when you want to do a swing volley in transition is that you have to be very, very explosive and get in that area kind of early so that you then can wait for the ball while it's dropping in a set position. If you hit this actually truly on the run, number one, it's going to probably drop too low, and you don't want to hit swing volleys from the waist area, and it's very difficult to hit a ball very hard while you're in transition. So super explosive when you see it, and then once you get there, you set up a little bit like this, and then you hit it. Like you wait for it to get to the right height while you're already there. I'll try it again. Come. Here, one more thing. Super important, just in general, this is not the swing volley, this is any forehand that's hit in transition. You don't want to run at the ball straight on, because then once you get there, you have to get out of the way at the last millisecond and you end up hitting it like this. So as you're running, you leave the ball to your side as you're running at it, because you're going to be hitting it on the side. You're not hitting here, you're hitting out here. Space, lateral spacing. So the ball's coming. Here's the ball. Here's the ball coming at you. Look, it's coming at you. Position yourself. Too close. Look, it's gonna this way. You run at it like this. Go run forward. There you go. You see?
Yeah.
That's how you have to.
So here.
You have to leave your body on the left side of the ball, because you're hitting it on the right. Because you're hitting it on the right. Don't run at the ball like this. You'll be too close.
Yeah.
I'll try a few more. Go. Go! Fantastic. Go! Fantastic job. Nice. Go! Best one so far. Nice job. Fantastic job. Nice. Very nice. Let me teach you what to do when you get a little bit higher ball back there, so you don't do that two-handed thing anymore. Anna, I don't like it at all.
But it gets into the court.
Don't
and
do that.
Everybody is entertained on the clinic.
But the reason why they're laughing, it's a shot that doesn't make a lot of sense, because
say, "Whoa,
you know
it's
why?
my signature
The
shot."
reason why you don't do anything with two hands up here, because it reduces the range of motion, and you can't get any cartwheeling action going. So because on the overhead, look, you got this right here, and then you reverse this. So with two hands, you can't get any of that. So you're just going like that. So you can't get any power. I mean, you can get an okay amount of power, but it's not.
The trick is that it flies up high, but they can't.
It's not comparable with a regular type overhead. Now it's possible that you're probably better at this than this at this moment. It's quite possible. That's why you like doing it. But I want you to stop right now, okay? No more of that. I cannot accept this shot from any of my students. Just to generally, when you get a ball coming from the other side and you're hitting an overhead in this area, the ball is very likely going out. Think about it. Here, put your racket up.
Say it again.
Put your racket up all the way.
No, I didn't understand what
Well,
you
I'm going to explain it to you when you put your racket up. All right, so put your racket up like this. So now, if you're hitting an overhead from here, the ball's probably here, okay?
No.
And so this ball is very likely going out. So you shouldn't try to hit an overhead on the fly from back here. It's probably going out anyway. So overhead can be hit from here, but it's going to bounce first.
Okay.
And it's usually done on a moon ball like this. Watch. If somebody hits it like this, You don't really want to do a swing volley there. You just let it bounce,
And then.
and then you hit an overhead. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right, let me see it. Couple of things, Anna, that you're doing wrong on the overhead in general, not just the bouncing overhead, just the overhead in general. You're waiting like this, and then once you're ready to hit, you have to take the racket up and you have to do everything at once. So on the overhead, there is no backswing like you have on the serve. Remember on the serve you have the lag?
Yeah.
None of that on the overhead. You just put the racket here, like this, wait like this in the trophy phase. Now at the same time, the left hand's going to be up because you want to have the tilt in the shoulders.
Yes.
So what I do with the kids, I always tell them to point at the ball or whatever works to keep your left hand up. So this is how you're going to be waiting. You're also going to be turned sideways. That's how you're going to be set up. And then the timing on the overhead is crucial because you have to wait in this position for a long time. You have to set the ball up perfectly. And then when it's very close, when it's already past the net, when it's close to you, that's when you start initiating the overhead and hit it. And you accelerate, like you said, you accelerate towards the left pocket. Down. Let me see a couple here. I'm going to hand feed it, turn sideways. Okay, there you go. Get your left hand up. Left hand up. All right, ready? You're going to accelerate now. Look at that.
Good?
Yes. Yes, please.
The ankle.
No, you don't need that. Don't cock the wrist. Keep the wrist loose.
Loose?
Keep the wrist loose, yeah. Don't force anything on the wrist.
So
Keep it natural.
Not tilted. Just
No,
like
keep the
that.
wrist natural. Like I don't want you thinking about. Yeah, keep the wrist natural back here. Watch. I actually like the wrist bent a little bit. Naturally, it's going to start moving this way, so I like it bent a little bit this way.
So straight, meaning straight.
Straight or even bent down is okay. Bent down.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's fine.
Okay,
Left hand up. Hit.
Wow.
Do it again. Left hand up. You can bend the wrist. Don't have to cock it. Bend it down a little bit. There you go. Not bad. And accelerate fast.
Yeah.
This way. There you go. There you go. Beautiful overhead. Now do it off the bounce. Same thing. Not bad, but I don't like the racket down here. Put it higher. Up. There you go. Set. Set up. Anna, the movement is key. You got to move your feet. Find the ball. Move your feet, okay? Not bad. Okay, that was a little better. Best one so far. Okay, come on up. Now let's do an overhead that's even more difficult where you're backing up, okay? So I want you to touch the net. I'm going to feed a ball like over your head. You're going to have to back up in a sideways position. So it's still going to be the same setup as before. You back up in a sideways position, and then you're going to hit the overhead off your back leg, okay? So it's okay to feel the pressure on your back leg as you hit this one, and then you're going to land on the front leg like this.
Can you show me a couple times just without the ball even, the movement?
Yeah. High ball, it's behind me. I'm going to have to go back. I have to go back and go like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a very difficult shot.
So you want me to go back?
Back. It's a very difficult shot. It's actually an advanced shot, but I want you to try it.
I'm afraid of the camera.
No, it's going to be right around here because you're going to start the net. Good job. And again. Go. It's all right. Go. Nice. Not bad, Anna. Come again, a couple more. Okay, here. If you go like this, you won't be able to drop the racket. You just go this way, right here. Good. Come again, one more. Blast it. Fantastic job. Wow.